Welcome back to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. Yo, yo, yo. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. I'm praying for those people out there. That hurricane, today is like, the hurricane is coming to Texas and to Louisiana. Did you see that? Within 30 minutes, it went from a category, I think it was a category 1 to a category 3 or something like that, or a 2. They're evacuating. They're evacuating. Yeah. Texas, all of it. They say get out or you might die. That's
I dare to be different. 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 I dare.
Welcome back to the show, man. Okay, so you can get us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Deezer, YouTube. You guys are amazing. You are going there. You are liking my page. You're subscribing. And I'm getting lots and lots of views. Thank you. You love me. You love me. Thank you. It's Dream Chasers Radio, Yaya Diamond. And it's Dream Chasers Radio, sorry, is where it is at YouTube. And I'm Yaya Diamond. Forget it. I'm confused, but I'm in love with you. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. We have a great show for you today, and I have an artist. Now, I want to say this, and I think this is something that's really, really going on with all artists right now. We're all kind of trying to figure out a different way to be a performer. In this day and age with COVID, it's really hard to go out and perform. In a lot of the venues, like one of the venues that's really, really popular, it's been out for so many years, just closed their doors yesterday, which makes it about 10 less venues when we come back. Now, it's projected that we would get back in 2021, but they're saying now it'll be more like 22 or even 23. So you have all those people, the grips, the cameras, the soundmen, stagehands, techs, you got engineers, you got performers who aren't big, you know, people like me who live off of doing festivals and things like that, that really aren't that popular. We're all kind of like no money.
Yeah.
You get me? And yeah. I got Ross Victory on with me today, and we're going to talk about the music industry. We're going to talk about the new way of doing things. It's really hard because we went from the 90s when, now, Ross, let me ask you a question. And thank you so much again for being on the show with me today. And it's kind of like a serious show, but at the same time, we're both artists. We're both musicians. And it's harder now. It was hard when the music industry said, you don't need those big labels anymore. As a matter of fact, we're dumping you. So now you got to figure out how to make it on your own. We're like, what? Now it's like, oh, you don't need those venues. You're kidding me? Those venues can close as far as I'm concerned. You don't need those. Figure it out. So wow. Today is a different day for artists, and we all got to figure something out. What are we going to do?
For real.
What are we going to do? Music has always been the soundtrack to life. Every time you think of a song, you can remember where you were, right?
Yeah.
So we have Ross Victory on with us, and as a musician to a musician, we're both in the stage of redoing things and refiguring things out. Welcome to the show, Ross.
Thank you for having me, Miss Yaya. I love your intro music. Dare to be different. That's what it's all about. You know, when I heard your song, I was like, you know what, me and Miss Yaya, we got to link up because that's what it's all about. Dare to be different, right? That's what it's about.
Yeah, yes. Definitely.
Well, thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime. That's what it's all about. What? So tell me about yourself.
Yeah, so like you said, I'm Ross Victory. I'm an LA-based artist. I'm an author and musician. And, you know, I've been singing my whole life, writing songs my whole life. I mean, you know, I could say I officially started probably when I entered a songwriting contest back in the 2000s against a whole bunch of adult songwriters. And it was a song about a little girl. She was a victim of gang violence up in Richmond, California. So I'm out here in Cali. And, you know, I got a runner up, you know, out of all these adults. I was like 15 and I was like, okay, maybe I can work with this whole songwriting thing. So I went through that, you know, entering my stuff into competitions, entering singing competitions. And so after, you know, a lot of trial and error and interning in the industry, I decided to write a book. And so actually my first book, recording the audiobook, in the studio, the engineer was like, hey, can you sing? And that's when I had stopped and given up my passion for at least, I want to say 10 years. And I was like, you know what? I used to sing and songwrite, but I gave it up. And he was like, you know what? Let's collaborate on something. Let me make a beat and see if you could put some lyrics to it. And so I guess we started with that song called Savor the View. That was the sonic version of the book. And, you know, 5 songs, 6 songs later, here we are. And here we are in Cali cruising, you know, a banger in LA. So, you know, I've just tried to lean into serendipity, you know, in those moments and doors that open. You know, I don't want to say no. You know, if this is what I'm trying to do, I need to say yes and not pass any opportunities. So, yeah, that's why we're here.
What is the model like for you now? Because there are now, I'm going to say this, there are a lot of my friends that are still working. They're still doing their things at restaurants and things like that because it's all outdoor venues. And some of these outdoor venues are surviving. But then you have the bigger venues and things like that. So has anything changed for you since, you know, lockdown, since COVID?
Well, so I recently did a show, a viral show where I was speaking. And so a venue they've taken their whole operation online. And so they would have the musicians kind of do a social distance backyard kind of performance type thing. So I did that. Even with this song, Cali Cruisin', I really wanted it, since it's branded, you know, California and beach, I did something different and launched a merch store. So yeah, I launched a merch store. I mean, I have, you know, my Cali Cruisin' mask. There's like beach specific stuff. So, you know, you have an igloo container, you have flip flops and tanks. So I was like, what can I do with this whole merchandising thing? And, you know, the whole do it yourself kind of marketing. So I'm trying that, you know, to try to keep, to stay creative and stay relevant. But like you said, it's really hard when you can't really go anywhere or see anybody in person, you know, or connect with fans or anybody.
It is really, really hard. You go from, you know, 3,000, 4,000, it was a small venue, to 7,000. We've done 20,000, you know, a sea of people. I've done that since I was 4 years old. So now this new thing coming up is like, okay, how do you maneuver this when people are not giving you, you know, you do a live stream and you get no money? It's like, okay, that didn't work. Can't do that. You know, so the new model is merch, is book writing, it's turning over a different aspect. We have to not just be musicians anymore, you know, and so this is something, it's totally different. Definitely
it's totally different. And it challenges, you know, it challenges artists and their business acumen. You know, how creative can you really be? It's like, you know, you're creative in the studio, you're creative with those words, but like you said, okay, what else can you do? Okay, merch. What is the, you know, brand around the song? You know, in my case, it was beach stuff, but maybe somebody else, it's, you know, something else. But like you said, we have to stay on our feet, stay creative, and stay motivated and hopeful that, you know, financially we can get through this and connect with people, you know? Now, let
me ask you, Ross, and I'm going to kind of put you on the, because you seem like the kind of person that is okay with being surprised by something.
Okay, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
So let's, okay, you and me right now, let's brainstorm and see a couple of things that you think a musician can do to actually bring in extra money that they didn't think they could do before. What is one thing that you think that we could be or do that we didn't think we could do before that we should be doing now?
You know, I have seen some, and you mentioned a little bit earlier about the streaming and money. So I've seen private links, and a lot of people, and so the website OnlyFans, it kind of has kind of like a salacious connotation, but actually you know, OnlyFans was developed to really get your real fans together and get them subscribed to your content, right? So I think identifying who your real fans fans are, and kind of giving them exclusive access, getting them to subscribe to certain content, be it, you know, so I also write books or write stories. You know, you subscribe, you get an article, you get a book, you get a song. So maybe it's a subscription based on a platform that offers, you know, that type of that interface to where your fans find you there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I have one. You ready?
Okay, let's see.
Pop-up show.
Pop-up.
Pop-up shows are not very like, okay, so like everybody's like, oh, you know, you can do this, you can do that. An outdoor pop-up show, you go ahead, you get your permits, you get whatever you need to get, or you do something, you have your security or whatever, and you only allow a certain amount of people to register, and you have an outdoor pop-up show.
Okay. Yeah, so it's socially distanced, it's compliant, and you're outdoors, everybody's safe, and you have, so would you split that with other artists, or would you do it like?
Well, see, that's just an idea. It's just an idea. Okay. It's something that's really quick, really fast. I used to do pop-up shows a lot, and I've seen a couple, but they're usually indoors, right? So a pop-up show would be like, kind of like in the park, or in a outside the garage. Or, you know what I mean? So like, meet me at this house. We're going to have a pop-up show outside the garage of such and such and such's house. And they're sponsoring the show today, and they're paying us. And you guys can hang out for 45 minutes to get a great show. And then all of you guys can go home.
I like that. Yeah, pop up. And it kind of has that whole like anticipation and exciting little thing too. Like, hey, I'm about to be here, this backyard. Come through. Come through.
You got to register with me though, right on my website. And then you know what I mean? So like, it's like a kind of like a donation kind of thing. And then, you know, and then people can donate whatever they want at the pop-up show too.
Nice. I like that. Cool.
You know, you just got to put it together. So pop-up show. Okay, now your turn. We're doing 4 things. So you did one, I did one. Now you do one and I do one.
So actually, this is
out the box. It's got to be outside the box. So it's got to be outside the box.
Out the box. Okay. So out the box money making. So what if what if we sell event-based or event-based art? So for example, you know, somebody has a birthday coming up, somebody has a wedding, or you want to send somebody you haven't seen in a minute, maybe across country, you're thinking about them, you want to hire a singer, do a little something on camera, you know, I record, right? Or I write you a little personalized song with a personalized beat. You pay me a little fee and I'll send it and, you know, drop in on your loved one. Like, hey, this is a message from Yaya. Just want to tell you, you know, something like that.
Yeah, why not? Yes, that sounds good too. You see, this is a great way that we as musicians can kind of go back and forth. And I know one way that musicians usually don't do. We write songs, and a lot of us have songs that we write all the time. You know, some of us love songs, hate songs, action songs, you know, beach songs, like cruising, you know. So how about a book of poetry?
Mix it up. Mix it up, yeah. Book of poetry.
Man, let me tell you something. How many songs can you write in a day?
That's true.
As a writer, how many songs can I write in a day? I could probably finish a book in like 3 days. Literally, no lie. A book of poetry is the simplest thing for a writer to do, only because we can come up with 10 songs a day. Doesn't mean that they're great songs. It just means they're 10 ideas. But those 10 ideas can be turned into a poem, which is easier, very fast. You can finish a book of poetry in a week and have it out.
That's true. Yeah, because you don't have to work. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to record. You don't have to do all this stuff. Go ahead, write your song. Like you said, it don't have to be a hit. You put it down on your thing. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I see you out here.
So we just have to be diverse. So, I mean, Ross, being diverse is really important nowadays, you know, for you, for me, for artists out there. And I thank you so much for going along with me on that.
Of course. And I mean, that's really inspiring. Like, even if poetry, I'm thinking short stories, you know, put together a little short story, sell it for $1 on your Amazon Kindle, you know, get it out there. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and be diverse. So, I mean, there's different ways that we as artists can survive. You know, me personally, I've been doing podcasting since 2006, so a year after they started. So it was like, you know, this has always been something I've been doing even before this whole thing came about, this whole pandemic. So I just kind of said, okay, I'm home. I can put more time into it. So that's what I did, you know, but we have to think outside the box, and that's what daring to be different is all about. Is thinking outside the box. So tell me about your song, Ross, because you got. Let me see. You have any merchandise? Because I saw that mask, and I actually like that mask.
Yeah, this is my.
Ross has sent me a mask.
Hey, I can. I have some promotional ones. I will do that if you're down. I will send you one.
And then when you send it to me, guess what happens when people send me stuff?
You take a picture?
No, I actually do a video about opening up the package, so make it look good.
Okay, I got you. Yes.
So we can have like a little package opening, and then I put it out everywhere.
Okay.
And that's on me, because I want to highlight that we're trying and we're working really hard to accomplish our goals even now. So if you do send me something, I get to do another video.
I mean, that's what Dream Chasers, you know, I like that title too. That's what dream chasing is about, is supporting each other and everything. Yeah, but I got you. And yeah, Cali Cruisin'. So I wrote this song back in February. This is before pandemic hit. So, you know, my idea, of course, was, okay, it's about to be beach. I'm going to have this video. I'm going to have a launch. You know, I want to do all these, you know, big things, but kind of like how we were just talking, COVID-19 kind of said, wait. Nope.
COVID-19 said, wait a minute. COVID-19 said,
yeah, and back it up.
It came out with a samurai sword. It just cut everything up.
And so I got to a place to where, you know, on social media and on TV and stuff, there's a lot of darkness. We're in a lot of darkness. And I said, you know what, this song is really fun. You know, it's really just kind of about being outside, being with your friends. And it kind of reminded me to not take those moments for granted when everything does open back up. Because, you know, there's a lot we take for granted, you know, being with friends and family and eating and smiles. So I said, let me put out this song. And it was completely do it yourself. I mean, I had half filmed a music video, couldn't have a crowd. So I went on a website, got some supplemental footage, put it in, clipped it in. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what you got to do.
That's what we got to do.
We're going to play that song.
Okay.
I think I have that song. Do I have that song? I think I have that song. Let me look and see. Do I have that song? Did you send me that song?
Cali Cruisin'.
You did not send me that song. You better send me that song.
It's
You're
not
not
there?
getting that song back. I'm letting you know. You're not getting it back. I need the song.
It's not there?
See it. It's not there. It says it's there. You lied to me. I'm just kidding.
It's there?
You lied to me.
It's not.
It's not there. It says it's attached, but it's not. I don't see it. But that's okay. You're going to send it to me, right? Because I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to be playing that song. So hold on a second. Before you tell us what it's like for you to dare to be different, and also, are you going to go ahead and choose one of the things that we came up with today to do? Let me know. So before you answer that, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and tuning into this kind of like, you know, back and forth on what can we do to stay viable as musicians, as people and behind the scenes of big concerts and things like that. There's so many different things you can do. You can write your book about being behind the stage with certain artists that you've done. You can write a great book about being somebody, that just became from an irrelevant to irrelevant to irrelevant. So you can come up with all different kinds of things. You can even come up with classes on how to do these things so that we can become teachers. So when everything does go back up, we have people that will be in the field working next to us. And then we can also be like, you know, a help and feel like we've done something, because we're going to have a lot of time. All right. So we're going to have a lot of time. So, all right. So thank you again so much. I'm going to go ahead and drop it over to Ross, and he's going to tell you what it's like to dare to be different.
Dare to be different. So dare to be different to me, you know, for many years, I wasn't really comfortable with being vulnerable. That was just unknown territory to me, telling people how you feel, and even investing in relationships was just, it didn't make sense. And so the past 3 years, and I think what inspired this was the loss of family members. I said, you know what, let me try something different. I don't like where I am now. What is my different? And my different has literally been putting myself out there, linking up with people like you, being vulnerable with my thoughts, my opinions, ideas, and my art, and just stepping out really in faith, in hope for something different. And so that has been challenging. And I know that a lot of your listeners may be, sometimes we need courage, right? We need some inspiration to chase our dream. I really think like it's literally about that. So for me, daring to be different has been being vulnerable with myself, my idea, my background, and my art. And I'm on this journey for the long haul now.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you, Ross, for being on the show. And I want to thank you again, guys, for tuning in. And Ross is going to introduce his new song, because I'm not going to do it, because he promised he would have it attached and it wasn't. So he lied to me. So now he has to introduce his own song. I ain't doing it.
All right, here we go. I'm Ross Victory. This is Cali Cruisin'. Imagine 80 degrees, palm trees, your friends, smiles, and a convertible in LA traffic. What more do you want? Cali Cruisin', check it out. Shut 'em down. We in the traffic with the top down. Hey. Cruising LA. Boozing LA. That's how we do. That's how we do in LA. We cruising. Cali cruising. Cali boozing. Cali cannabisin'. Beach body got the glisten. Oh, Cali cruising. Cali boozing. Cali cannabisin'. Beach body got the glisten. Oh, cruising LA in my drop top. Stuck on the 5 in my flip flops. Got my girl and my boy and we won't stop. Catch a sunset, Hollywood rooftop. We on a rooftop. Full throttles, pop bottles on a rooftop. Beach cities, fake titties, and we don't stop. Cause we cruising LA. Cruising LA. Boozing LA. That's how we do. That's how we do in LA. We cruising. Cali cruising. Cali boozing. Cali cannabisin'. Beach body got the glisten. Oh, Cali cruising. Cali boozing. Cali cannabisin'. Beach body got the glisten. Oh, cruising LA in my drop top. Stuck on the 5 in my flip flops. Got my girl and my boy and we won't stop. Catch a sunset, Hollywood rooftop. Where we at? Rooftop. Bottles, pop bottles on a rooftop. Beach cities, fake titties, and we don't stop. Cause we cruising LA. Cruising LA. Boozing LA. That's how we do. That's how we do in LA. We cruising. Cali cruising. Cali boozing. Cali got the good. Cali cannabis. Beach body got the glisten. Cali cruising. Cali got the good. Cali boozing. Cali got the good. Cali cannabis. Beach body got the glisten. Where we at?
Cali got the good booze. Cannabis, had a flick, gun wrist. Beach body got the glisten.
Hey, what's up? This is Ross. I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for checking out my first music video, Cali Cruisin'. It took a while, but I did it. Thank you so much for watching. I do have a virtual merch store for Cali Cruisin' on Zazzle.com. Over there you can pick up beach towels, beach pillows, flip-flops, a wall clock, even an ashtray for your cannabis. Let's just keep it 100. So go over there, check it out. And also on my website, rossvictory.com. You can learn more about me, my books, my music, my merch, everything I got going on. But thank you so much again for watching, and good vibes to you.
different. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare.